Birmingham, Champions League winner. How does that feel? Sum up your emotions.
I've always dreamed of playing in these games, and you know, you go through life and there's so many people who say you can't do things, and like days like today just remind you why, you know, and it gets a bit hard at times and you wonder like if it's worth it and all those kind of things. Like nights like tonight make you realise, you know, I was all right until I've seen my mum and dad's face there, and the amount of nights where they could be at home by 7 o'clock and they're doing trips at 11, 12 at night to take me to football, man. I'm my little brother there who I'm trying to be a role model for and things like that. And yeah, I can't put it into words. It's on the best night of my life.
From Stourbridge in Birmingham to Madrid, Jude, the expectations were high, but you have exceeded them. Has it been the perfect season?
I think it's got to be up there. I mean, we missed out on the Copa del Rey. That's the only disappointing thing, I suppose. And there's always many more years to try and get that one, but I can't have dreamed it much better than this. I'm so grateful, honestly. The teammates, the staff, my family, the team behind the team, the physios, everyone there. This is a massive group effort, and I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Massive congratulations.
Real Madrid, 15-time Champions League winners. An incredible night for them and their fans. They've never gone a whole campaign without losing a game in the Champions League until now. An iconic win in an iconic venue. We will pick the bones out of that, but first of all, your initial reaction. This is a huge moment for those players on the pitch. And you get your Dortmund thoughts in a second as well, Rio.
Well, listen, this is a moment these guys will never forget. Some people have said this, they're six, they're record breakers. Toni Kroos's last match, penny for his faults. Someone like Jude Bellingham, the other end of the spectrum, he's first. What a wonderful evening for them all. But what I would say about this Real Madrid team, they're not the greatest team in terms of skills and playing exciting football like other teams, like Barcelona's of yesteryear maybe. But this team do not mind suffering. They're happy to suffer in moments in this game, knowing that at some point their electrifying front players are going to get a moment and they're going to be decisive, and that's what it's been like all through this competition. Suffered against City in both legs, but came out victorious and comfortable here. Carlo Ancelotti, what a manager.
Jose, another example of just how quickly Real Madrid can hurt you if you don't take your chances.
Yeah, we could feel it. We could feel it, and this is Real Madrid. You know, they can, as Rio say, they can be humble, and sometimes it's hard for the big clubs, for the big players to have that humbleness. When they played against Man City, they told to beat them, we have to change our philosophy. And ask Real Madrid fans if they were unhappy to see them change their philosophy against Man City. Ask Real Madrid fans if they are unhappy that today in the first half they were dominated. Ask them. Ask them. They don't sell philosophy. They put cups in the office.
So true.
And what about Carlo Ancelotti? Because that is another Champions League winners' medal for him as well. He's guided them to so much success, but had so much success individually as a manager as well, Rio.
Yeah, Don Carlo. That's the only way you can talk about him now. But like Jose says, that humility comes from him. He's the guy who guides his team, and he says, listen, he makes them feel comfortable to take a backward step. We see so many teams nowadays, it's about, I have to control the ball, I have to control the game, I have to dictate everything. He has that humility to say, no, sometimes we may have to win this game a different way. And this team are capable of doing that. And it's magical to see that, because today...
He's not a social media coach. He's a proper coach. He's not a social media coach. He comes from the meritocracy. Go to his office and see how many medals.
There are a lot of decisions that he's made throughout his career, and we spoke earlier on about the brutal nature of a winning manager like Carlo Ancelotti. And like he's saying, like Jose's saying, not to be influenced by anybody else. He knows exactly how to win games and how exactly he needs to do it.
You have to be like that. Not everyone can win a game the exact way that they want to do it on paper. The game takes different courses, and you've got to be able to manoeuvre your game plan throughout a game. He does that really well. He doesn't panic. I think panic is the big word. He does not panic in moments where the team maybe looks like they're in disarray. They ride those waves, and again, because of the quality they've got at the top of the pitch, the back players in the midfield can feel comfortable saying, we'll soak this pressure up, and then bang, Vinicius comes alive.
But don't get me wrong. Edin did a great job. The team come here and played very, very well.
Brilliant.
Football is not about ifs, but if they score a goal in the first half, I'm pretty sure that they win. So congratulate them, because, I feel sorry for them. Honestly, I feel sorry for them, because they were a very good team.
Okay, let's get some reaction from the Real Madrid camp. There you go, a rare moment of pure emotion from Jude Bellingham. Normally we see him completely calm and completely composed, but so great to see it overwhelm him and see how much it means to him. Steve McManaman has joined us. So many parallels between you and Jude Bellingham in your careers.
I don't know about that. He's going to eclipse me next year, I think. He's only been here. He's won the treble in his first season. I mean, weirdly enough, he didn't have his greatest game tonight, but you know what? He doesn't need to. People like Danny Carvajal, who have won it 5 times, they step up, they lead the team. Vinny Jr. gets his moments of magic as well at the end. But, echoing what Jose said before, for the first 70 minutes, there was only one team who looked as if they were going to win this. But we've said it, and we've said it, and we've said it numerous times. Madrid will find a way to win this, and they get it done, don't they? And I'm thrilled to bits for Jude and his family. He got very emotional, so he should be. He's only 20 years of age, and it's a wonderful moment for all them, because a lot of those people there, a lot of that staff, they were there when I was there, so they were there when Jose was there, and they're still there now, and I'm absolutely made up for them. Kit men, physios, it's a wonderful, wonderful family there that they have.
That guy in the picture there, Vinicius Jr., where is he now for Ballon d'Or, do you think, guys?
Well, he's got the Copa America, Rio, hasn't he? He's not getting involved in the European Championships, but he has to be firm favourite now. He scored, he was excellent in the 2 semi-finals against Bayern Munich. He was the catalyst, scored again tonight, and he must be favourite. Kylian, Harry Kane, of course, had wonderful seasons personally, but I'd say he's the nails-on favourite now.
Jose, what are your thoughts?
For me, the individual awards, always to winners. You can have an amazing season individually, but if your team doesn't make it, you don't deserve, because this is about a team, and this team is European champion, and he was amazing during the whole season. You
just saw Toni Kroos on your screen a second ago. I mean, what a fantastic way to end your club career. What a moment for him.
Do you know what? When that I think the second goal went in, the whole team ran up to the goal scorer, Vinicius Jr., which you normally would see. And then my eye just caught one player who just hung back on the halfway line, walked straight back into his own half, almost like waiting for the restart, and was just standing there and just taking it in. It was an unbelievable moment, I tell you that. You're very lucky to have a moment in a game where you can take it in and really just see and soak up the atmosphere. Like at this point, what a wonderful way to finish his career.
And Macro, of course,
should be forbidden.
That's success.
Well, funny enough, I said to him, you should too well.
FIFA and UEFA, they have so many rules, so many decisions. Make a decision, stop the guy to retire.
Bring him back on. I'm sure he could have a couple more seasons for Real Madrid.
Easily. He's been amazing this year. Amazing.
Maka, we were talking before you joined us about Carlo Ancelotti and his influence. And you guys were speaking about how much Vinicius Jr., for example, benefits from the coaching of Carlo Ancelotti. What are your thoughts on him?
Absolutely the same. Carlo's not a shouter, he's not a screamer, he's a talker, he's a man manager, and there's parallels with one of my old bosses, Vicente Del Bosque. He let the players decide what you need to do. The captains run the dressing room, the experienced ones controls the dressing room. They set the rules and they set the standards. Carlos just oversees everything. But certainly for him, for Rodrigo, for Fede Valverde, Camavinga, all the youngsters, he's certainly someone they can talk to and they can, gain a hell of a lot of experience from. But it's that man there, or them two men, Carvajal, Luka Modric. They're the ones who will set the rules in the dressing room without a shadow of a doubt.
I'll tell you what, Thibaut Courtois needs a shout, by the way. He came out once when Adeyemi went through, and many keepers would have brought him down because they would have had a bit of panic. He pushed him wide and done enough without overcommitting, and he made a couple of really good saves when it was 0-0. I mean, coming out from the cold as well. The other goalkeeper's had the flu, comes in, hadn't played a Champions League game, all of a sudden puts in a really, really solid performance, which you need in these moments.
So far, a really animated first half, and I think Dortmund's impressed everyone with the way that they came out the blocks and really put the pressure on. Were you impressed with them?
I was impressed, and was my doubt. Was their approach to the final, the way they would accept the nature of the game, and they impressed me in every way. Then tactically very solid, brave in the way they did it, pressing high, but at the same time, when they needed the block a little bit lower, really top performance for Borussia. The only thing, of course, is the result.
Jose said during the game they need to score now. It's so true. We get in moments like this against big teams, you've got to punish them. You can't let them off the hook, and they've had some really good chances, just have missed that final bit of quality.
It's difficult to have so many chances in a match of this nature, and they had already 3-4 chances. They didn't score. Of course, the coach will be pleased with the way they are playing, but I think Carlo is pleased with the result that he has at this moment, and Real Madrid in the second half can only improve.
Yeah.
We all thought Vinicius Jr. was going to be a danger man, and so far in the first half, he's had a rather up and down 45 minutes.
Yeah, he has. I think here Dortmund showed a real good way to defend against him. Don't dive in, make sure you come over in numbers, and then you shut him out. Distance again, Hummels making sure he's not too tight to give space behind to run into. Let him get it to feet and then say make a decision. Here you see someone comes out too quick, doesn't put the brakes on. That's when he exploits that space there and can be so dangerous. But Mick, so far, what I said in the first half in commentary as well, he won't be disheartened from any of these bad moments and bad touches because the kid has supreme confidence in his ability. There's a yellow. I thought it was a bit unfortunate. He's got to go for that.
Was he also a little bit fortunate on this moment because as he'd already been booked, the guys in commentary said that's a dive. He could have been booked again there.
Yeah, that's a dive. No doubt that's a dive. And then Schlotterbeck gets a yellow card for complaining with the referee. Okay, you have to get the yellow card, but in the end it's a consequence of something that he knew. He knew perfectly that was a dive.